Welcome back to our channel. Our topic for today is modern classification of proposition. The main aim of the modern classification of propositions is to express reasoning in a clear, unambiguous, and formal structure using symbolic logic, enabling precise analysis of arguments, truth, and validity. Key focus of modern logic: propositions are seen as truth-bearing entities. Classification is based on 1. Truth functional connectives, and, or, if, not, 2. Quantifiers. 3. Structure of statements, not just subject and predicate. A simple proposition is a declarative sentence that asserts only one fact or idea. It contains one subject and one predicate, with no logical connectives like and, or, if, then. Kinds of simple propositions. 1. Subjectless proposition. A proposition that does not have a subject in the usual sense. Often states a general truth or condition. Example: it rains. It is necessary to obey law. Explanation: these are impersonal and usually express a condition, event, or necessity. 2. Subject-predicate proposition. The most common type in classical and modern logic. Has a subject and a predicate. Asserts something about the subject. Symbolic form: S is P. 3. Relational proposition. Shows a relationship between two or more subjects. In a relational proposition, the relation proceeds from something to something else. This is called sense or direction of relation. The term from which the relation proceeds is called referent. The term to which the relation proceeds is called relatum. Symbolic representation of relational proposition: R, X, Y, R, relation, X, referent, Y, relatum. 4. Class membership proposition. Asserts that a particular object or subject belongs to a class or category. Symbolic form: A belongs to F. A compound proposition is made by combining two or more simple propositions using logical connectives like and, or, if, then, not. Kinds of compound propositions. 1. Negative proposition. When any proposition is denied, or negated, we get a negative proposition. A negative proposition is false if its component is true. It is true when its component is false. Symbolically represented as not P. 2. Conjunctive proposition. A conjunctive proposition is a compound sentence formed by combining any two propositions with the connective and. The components if conjunctive proposition are called conjuncts. Both statements must be true. Symbol: P and Q. 3. Disjunctive proposition. A disjunctive proposition is a compound proposition in which the word or combines two propositions. At least one of the statements is true. If both are true, still valid. Symbol: P or Q. 4. Implicative or conditional proposition. An implicative proposition is a compound proposition in which two propositions are combined by the words if, then. In an implicative proposition, the component proposition between the word if and the word then is called the antecedent. The component which follows the word then is called the consequent. If the first part is true, the second must be true. Symbol: if P, then Q. 5. Equivalent or biconditional proposition. An equivalent proposition is a compound proposition in which two component propositions materially imply each other. Both statements are either true together or false together. Symbol: if and only if P, then Q. Here are some solved examples of how to point out and symbolize and simple propositions. And here are some solved examples of how to point out and symbolize and compound propositions. Thank you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more legal insights. See you in the next one.